Hey everyone, Natalie and Gino back to do some more clicker training with you. Today we're going to do a cue. We're going to teach a cue called Go to Your Bed. And Gino's already conditioned to the clicker from my previous video if you watched it. He knows that every time he hears this magical sound, he gets treats, which is awesome. So the first part of teaching a dog the cue Go to Your Bed is we're going to toss some food into the bed, and as soon as Gino gets into the bed, even if it's just 1 foot, I'm going to click and treat in the bed. The important part of this exercise is showing the dog that the reinforcements, the treats, are going to come when the dog is in the bed. So that's going to be like the cool zone to be in for him. He's going to want to be there. It's going to encourage him to pick up this cue faster. So I'm going to toss the treat over there, click, and treat in the bed. So you saw that Gino got off the bed a little bit there, but that was fine. I just kind of held the treat in that area. And as I do this a couple times, he'll quickly pick up that I'm reinforcing when he's in the bed. So I'm going to toss the treat in the bed again, click, feed him a treat in the bed. I'm going to do this a couple times until he kind of gets the point of what I'm doing here. So again, he's pretty quick, and he already started to exit the bed once I went over to put the treat there with the clicker, so I just waited for him to get back on so that I made sure I was marking the behavior of at least 1 or 2 paws in the bed with the treat. So let's do this again. So I'm throwing my treat, I'm clicking and treating. So you can see his 2 paws are there. He's a really fast dog, so I gotta get myself maybe a little bit more ready. If your dog's anticipating your behaviors, maybe have several treats in your hands so that you don't waste time going back into your treat pouch and losing out on that opportunity. So throwing the treat in the bed, click, treat. See, I almost lost him again because he's so fast. Okay, throwing treat in the bed, click, treat. Now I'm going to try to get some behavior where I'm getting more of his body into the bed. So I might have to be a little faster on this, or maybe what I could do is throw more than 1 treat to keep him in the bed a little longer. And I'm going to try and reinforce a behavior where all 4 of his paws are in the bed. So let's see if I can get my coordination down here. So I'm going to put a bunch of treats there. Click, and he's eating the treats after I click, so that's fine. Click, click. So since he's really fast, I'm choosing to click and treat in the bed to keep him here for a little while. With dog training, it's really important to pay attention to the dog and how they're learning, how they're picking up the skills. You need to modify what you're doing. Does your dog need a little bit more assistance? You always want to set your dog up for success in dog training. And what that means is you want to provide the training to be set up in a way that they're able to achieve goals and know what you want and be happy and not be frustrated. And it's going to make training faster and more fun for your dog. So now he's offering me another great behavior. He's sitting in the bed. Okay, so now I think Gino gets it. There's a lot of food coming from that bed, which is great. So I'm going to kind of toss his treat while he sees me do it to kind of get him away from that area. And I could either wait to see if he goes back to the bed and click and treat there, or I can gesture towards it or pretend to throw a treat. So he's choosing to stay in the bed right now, which is great. He's figuring out that the reinforcements are coming from this place, and why wouldn't he want to stay there? This is where the food is. So that's great. And he's offering me sit. That's beautiful. And you can notice that when I'm doing this clicker training, I'm not using any verbal cues yet. I'm waiting until the dog really understands what I'm asking of him. I'm shaping the behavior by rewarding it slowly. At first it was just 2 paws in the bed, then it was all 4 feet in the bed, and now it's staying in the bed and sitting. So okay, again, he understands that the reinforcement is coming there. I want to kind of get him out of the bed. So I'm not clicking for this, I'm just kind of getting him out of there. And if I don't look at him, he'll probably figure out, why isn't she feeding me? What else can I do to get food? And he might even just go back there without me saying anything. I'll wait a short period of time. If he doesn't do that, no big deal. I'm going to kind of pretend I throw a treat in there, and then click and treat. So I'm getting him to go back towards the bed again. I'm clicking and treating for being in there. I'm going to wait till he gives me another desirable behavior. See if he'll do anything else for me. That's okay if he doesn't. I'm still gonna click and treat because he's got all 4 feet in the bed, and I don't wanna lose his attention and his motivation in this exercise. All right, so I'm gonna throw a treat again over here, get him out, and then I'm gonna see if he goes back in on his own. If he doesn't, I'll pretend to throw a treat to kind of lure him back in there. Okay, so this time I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna distract him, get him out of the bed, and I'm gonna pretend to toss a treat, but I'm gonna wait till he's completely on the bed to click and treat this time because he's picking it up, and I wanna reinforce for the behavior that I'm, the end goal, you know, the whole body in the bed. So, see if he chooses to go back. He's looking to me for food, which is fine. I'm gonna pretend like throw the treat. I'm gonna wait for all his body to be in there. Beautiful. Click and treat. Click and treat. Click and treat. All right, and he'll probably follow me out. And now I'm gonna try to use a cue. I'm gonna give a little bit of assistance by pointing towards that direction. He might even go there, but he's very food motivated, so he's really looking to me to see if I'm gonna drop any more food for him. I want him to really think about what other behaviors I might be looking for in him. So a lot of dog training is patience. Dogs are really smart. You know, he's been rewarded for a couple different things during this exercise. The main thing that I'm rewarded for is being in the bed. So if I wait a little while, he very well may go over there thinking, well, I'm not getting any food sitting in front of her. You know, what else can I do to earn some food? So I'm gonna wait a second. So I can tell he's not really sure what else he might need to do. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of help. I'm gonna cue to the bed. Notice that I didn't put any treats, I just kind of lured him that direction. Clicking and treating. So now I'm gonna start with a cue by kind of gesturing. Go to your bed. I'm starting to introduce the verbal cue, and I can phase out of the gesture after I do this a couple more times. So when he comes back out of the bed and over to me, go to your bed. So once all of his 4 feet are in there, I'm clicking and treating again. And then to get him out, I don't want to call him to come or use his name. So I'm just distracting him with more food. Go to your bed. Good boy. Go to your bed. Beautiful. Go to your bed. Good boy! So you can see that last one there, I just used the verbal cue and Gino went to his bed. So he's really starting to pick this up. You can try practicing this with your dog. Remember to take some steps back and give your dog some extra cues or assistance if they need it. If you notice they're not really understanding what you're doing, click and treat for being all 4 paws in the bed, or gesture with your hand a little to kind of help insinuate what it is you're asking them to do, where you're asking them to go. So that was click or treating a dog, a cue, go to your bed. Gino, you did such a good job, buddy.